Hey guys, and welcome to The Cook. Now today I have promised you that I will be making more episodes, so here we are. And today we'll be making more food and more customer satisfactions. Alright, let's make this stew with sausages, eggplants and mushrooms. It's gonna be delicious. I'm not really in a good mood because, well, we all know that the quarantine is the quarantine and you have to stay safe, but I got really annoyed by it, and I cannot see my girlfriend because of this thing right here. So yeah, my audio could be way more better now, just because I'm actually holding and using a mic while recording. Well, actually, well, I am using a microphone, of course, but the thing is, I'm just holding it right near me because I am a dummy, okay? I am a dummy. Alright. Imagine a situation where you have the thing or the object that you're using, but you're correctly using it just after a while, after 1 month, correctly using. Man, this is crazy. This is really crazy. Alright, this.
Aga nga, Nevada.
I used cheese, but I couldn't use cheese. Oh my goodness. I'm so clumsy, guys. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm really sorry. I'm so clumsy. But mistakes are made. It's what we humans like learn from. Alright. Bake it. Good job. Alright. Serve the pie up. But she didn't want cheese.
Oh!
Alright. Mistakes. I've done actually all the things, but now we are only recording, so you can hear my voice right now. But I am done with most of the things here. But a spoiler alert: there will be a lot of mistakes made. So yeah. Right, beautiful waffle, and let's use blueberries with chocolate chips and maybe even candy corn, but no, not for now. There you go, a satisfied customer, really beautiful. Just what I love to see. Alright, I don't need any of those hardwares. It's good with sticking with the original. Alright, for a smoothie, this lady wants mushrooms, so we'll just go get some mushrooms and apples. Why not? Mushroom and apple smoothie. There you go. Cut, cut, cut. Chop, chop, chop. Slice, slice, slice. Slice, slice, slice. And yeah, there you go. Well, my commentary might not be the best thing now because it's late in the evening and I'm feeling pretty sleepy, so I just had to make a video. I just had to satisfy you guys. I have to actually release my new video of me with talking with myself. But that is really cool, guys. That is really cool. Because it's like a meme, kinda like. And I will be making more of those as well. You can check out on my channel. It's uploaded not very long ago, only yesterday. Okay. Oh my goodness. I put it in fish in the salad. Well, there are salads with fishes, like tuna salad. Well, It's a salad, of course, it's a salad, but it's a fish's name in the salad, man. You cannot go wrong with that. But you have to cook the fishy. Actually, there is this really interesting thing that I have found it out. Russians make this. Russians make this pie, literally out of salmon. It's called kolabiaka. It's really I haven't tasted it yet, but I would be really interested in tasting the masterpiece. Well, the pie, the a pie's recipe is very simple. You'll need, of course, a dough. You'll need salmon, cauliflower, carrots, onions. It's kind of like the shepherd's pie, but only with a salmon. So yeah, all is good for now. All is good. Commenting like there is no tomorrow, guys. Really beautiful. Okay, let's slice some eggplants with mushrooms. I'll be honest with you guys, I want to tell you something. I've been feeling really depressed yesterday. I was pretty depressed yesterday, yes, and I felt like I will not gonna make it because my channel is not growing very much. So I know I have a very strong mind and I am headstrong. I'm a very strong guy, but sometimes this depression in this dark cloud, it just has to hang above you sometimes, because always seeing rainbows and things like happiness, joy, it's not always the same. Simply said, it's not always the same. So yeah. Alright, so now we will... I wanted to talk with you about something else, like... kind of like... oh, interesting topic, but... I want to talk to you with a very interesting topic, actually. It's kind of like... I don't know how to put it, but... depression is like a totally normal thing for people, right? And the interesting thing is you can have whatever you want in the world, like Bugattis, Ferraris, Lambos. Depression will always, and I mean always, seek to conquer you, because, like I mentioned, it's a pretty normal thing in your life, especially in your teenage years. So the thing is, it's true, yes, it's true. But the thing is, what's really devastating about depression, it like leads you to these like emotions that you not feel hyped what you're doing. You don't feel like you want to do it. It's like a cluster of negativity, a very huge cluster of negativity, and it's like really bad, man. It's like horrible. I've been suffering from depression for almost, I don't know, since like middle school. I know I had mentioned that I was happy and way more happy or happier in profession school, but things there didn't went great as well. I'll be honest with you. Of course, I was feeling happy for a certain amount of time, because always sadness wasn't the best kind of thing. Always seeing sadness wasn't the best thing in the world, but what was the best thing in the world? I have finally found people that really care for me. Like, life is this kind of a thing that you live. You live to explore what people you should be friends with, what people you should not be friends with. You see, it's a really interesting thing once you start understanding how life works. Who to stay away from, who to not stay away from, who to be nice to, what not to be nice to. You see, it's a totally interesting thing once you know the rules. And learning something new is, of course, a really great thing as well. I mean, like, it's so great that one day you will think that I have done a great decision that I absolutely do not regret. But speaking of decisions, you do such things as you do make mistakes, and some mistakes can cause you trauma. They can cause you anxiety, other diseases, PTSD, for example. Not everything you do is great. But the greatest thing is, once you find the true worthy of yourself, you know you are in deep hope of pretty much anything. Yes, once you start understanding that you are valuable, others will stare at you differently, and I mean differently, well, in a very good way. People will start talking to you. Once you pay attention to yourself, you'll attract attention, maybe even find the love of your life. People will be nice to you, but the thing is, people sometimes are brats and they act like brats because people are just these beings who just like to mess around with your emotions. Well, pretty much most of them, for example.
I don't know.
But another interesting thing is about people, I mean, if someone else is messing with you, why do you have to mess with someone else as well? I mean, that's not cool. If you're suffering from things such as bullying, you don't have to do such things as hurting others. I remember one time when my classmate said the rudest thing to me possible, but I still cannot forgive him till this day. And of course, he sent me friend requests after we split up to different schools. But the main thing is, once I am hurted, I never forgive the person unless he acts normally and remains acting normally with me. But like I mentioned, mistakes are made, it's normal. But if you live to mess with emotions, you are nothing but just a traitor. You are such a wimbo that it is unimaginable. Now, the other thing that I really want to talk about is something with how to say this. It's something with people yet again. But the thing that's really interesting, another thing,
I don't know.
when I was in middle school, I remember this dude making fun of other people just because, well, I knew that he had problems with his family and there may have been some domestic violence because by the way he was acting, it was pretty weird and it was really obvious. But for a kid, it wasn't very obvious because you're just a kid. You live your life, you enjoy life. But once you grow older and you start to understand things that you have definitely been doing wrong. I mean, I was a weirdo, I was annoying people, I was kind of pissing them off. People got angry at me because they didn't want to hang out with me because I was weird. But I finally understood the main purpose of that, man. I finally really understood the main purpose. That you should always be yourself, man. That's not cool to make fun of others. It's absolutely not fun. There is another thing called karma. Yes, karma is just the sweetest thing that can possibly happen because sometimes you have to suffer in your life. yes, it's a pretty common thing. But once karma hits those peoples, they will suffer more than you did. And karma, if you're, well, of course, you're not, you may not be interested in these kind of things, but karma is like a thing that you say, and the whole universe hears it, and like from one planet to another planet, it makes this vibe, and the universe is like watching you, and then it sees how you act, and then like when you do something good, another does wrong. When you do something good is coming back to you. But if you do something bad is coming to you. Like, I mean, it's obvious. It's really obvious. So yes, this is the thing. You do good, you get good. You do bad, you get bad. Pretty obvious. Well, of course, there has been, there are, and always will be people that are jeezing and making fun. It's I don't want to get really annoying to you guys, but I'm just saying my opinion that these kinds of things will never end. Like, no matter how hard you try, they will absolutely never end. Unless the whole humanity will be wiped out, but that's a very hard guess. Because there were a lot of things going on through the world in the 2010s, and 2020 has just barely begun. Well, yes, it has barely begun, and we already saw some crazy stuff happening. I know I should be talking about, well, that I'm cooking, but some stories are just pretty, they're just pretty entertaining and pretty interesting. So yeah. Alright. So I'll be making, well, actually comment down below what do you think. Like, really guys, come on, show some support to Patrick somebody. Comment down below what I should do next, and I have some pretty interesting stories to tell you. Well, I told some of the stories. Well, not stories, like, it's more like advice and life more than stories. Comment down below actually what is the story that you liked the most, or what is the most memorable, or give me some ideas to show something interesting, to do something, man, because the world is spinning. And like I mentioned, if you only spin alone with the world, you ain't going nowhere. But if you spin together with people, then you're going somewhere. Yes, you can be a champion. You can achieve something together. This is a saying here in my country, and it's pretty deep. Yes, it's pretty deep and very emotional, but it's true. I have no idea why the heck am I using that much cheese and fish in a pie. Well, yes, like I mentioned, there is this Georgian styled pie with cheese. It is khachapuri, but I didn't really know that you can put some meat in there, yes, but most of it is made from cheese. Like this Caucasian cuisine is very interesting. I've been studying a lot of cuisines throughout my years in the profession school, and it's cool. I learned a lot.
Oh.
Interesting. All right. I can talk about food as well. Like I can talk how I had actually graduated when I got into the exams of my profession school. The main thing that I had to do is to prepare shashliks. And if you don't know what shashlik is, it's basically like this. In America, there is barbecue, right? You cook barbecue on a hot summer day. But then here in Europe, you cook. In Europe, the Slavic Europe, you cook shashliks. It's like a traditional Caucasian cuisine food. You cook it with these really long needles. You poke through the meat, and you cook it on the fire, and it gets this really amazing and really tasty and smoky flavor.
Oh.
It's really good. It's really good. But the thing is, a real shashlik has to be made from mutton. Yes, it has to be mutton only. Because that's the tradition, because that's the real shashlik. But here in Lithuania, there are shashliks only with chicken and pork, which is not the original. It's kind of like a dude here in Europe making a barbecue. But, well, of course, the real Americans could make barbecue as well. But the real Americans' barbecue will be way more tastier. But the main thing is, it depends how you think and what kind of hands do you have on cooking. It all depends how talented are you with cooking. So the main thing about cooking are the most important thing is your head. How do you think, and how do you use your hands, and what creativity you could make. Because there were some decorations in my school, profession school, and there were a lot of decorations of these. Well, they're fake, but they looked really amazing. Like imagine making a real wedding cake with a decoration wedding cake with these really great decorations like animals, farms, and etc. It looked really awesome. Oh man, I actually have no idea why am I using so much cheese. Well, I don't use much cheese, but this episode in this episode I use a lot of cheese actually. I do use a lot. Alright. There you go. Enjoy. Oh. Lettuce and cheese doesn't combine. It doesn't really combine. Alright, one more day and we are done for the day. Okay, let's make a waffle. I don't know why, but the word waffle always makes me laugh. Alright, there you go, sir. You liked it. Nope, I don't need a new tableware. and there you go. One
Aigă, haide,
more
haide.
single customer. So yeah, guys, we're going near the end, and tomorrow I'll be making another video. I don't want to get annoying, but I'll be making more videos. I don't know why I'm so boring today, because I'm pretty tired and I really want to go to sleep, but I just had to make a video for you, my dear friends. I just had to. So yeah, guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you really enjoyed this video. It was mostly stories. Thank you very much for watching. I love you like my fans. I really do love you like my fans. I appreciate your support.
I don't know.
I love you. Like, comment, subscribe. The link to my Instagram and my Facebook will be down in the description box below. Thank you very much for watching, my dear friends. I'm out. Peace.